Hello. So today and for the next few episodes of this, I'm going to have to basically dub over my recording here.
I burned the photos.
There was a problem with the.
It didn't work.
There was a problem
I suppose because the loss was
with my
superficial.
audio files.
The next thing I burned was the rocking chair. That worked.
Oh well.
I've been getting rid of my stuff ever since. There was a day when I attacked a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
So basically, I was talking to Nathan. And I just asked him. He burned the rocking chair.
I don't know anything about that.
So.
I burned the photos of Hannah. It didn't work. I suppose because the loss was superficial. The next thing I burned was the rocking chair. That worked. I've been getting rid of her stuff ever since. There was a day when I attacked a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
Asked him if he gave in.
No.
Obviously that didn't work.
That doesn't mean anything. I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't...
This goes on for a while, I guess.
I burned the photos of Hannah. It didn't work. I suppose because the loss was superficial.
Did you just say when the loss is just superficial?
That worked.
It's really inconvenient.
I've been getting rid of her stuff ever since. There was a day when I attacked a Salvation Army bin, but I gave in.
It's a good question, mate. Why are you getting rid of her stuff?
No. Wait, maybe that was yesterday. I don't know, anyway.
I guess the question didn't work anyway, but, you know. I thought it was a good thing to ask.
No, I don't know about that.
The loss, what am I saying? The loss was superficial? Yeah, I already said that already. I think.
That's not really relevant. Sorry.
I find most of the time that I spend in this game is just me restating questions. And
that doesn't...
just trying different ways to ask the same question. And it often doesn't work.
Yeah.
The key card.
I found on the floor of the office. Dr. Dekker suggested I search for treasure that was in front of me. I didn't know what it was when I picked it up. I just put it in my pocket. It was only later that I realised. This looks bad, doesn't it? It wasn't used to gain entry on Valentine's Day, was it?
Maybe.
It wasn't me. I didn't come here. I keep saying.
Personally, I don't think it's
I don't
Nathan.
remember after that. Are there security cameras? They'd prove it. I suppose you would be asking if there were.
But I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think it's Claire. Well, I'm not positive. I really don't know. I mean, it's kind of more of a guess, but I just feel like Claire is just more likely to kill somebody. She's killed somebody in the past.
I burned the photos of Hannah.
I don't know.
It didn't work. I suppose...
But I feel like Claire is kind of like the more obvious answer.
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
But...
thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Well, we have to talk about Hannah, Nathan. There's still 2 stars next to that question, so...
I signed up for a dating website.
Necessary.
It's a bit easy, to be honest. If I message something they don't like, I change it when the day replays. It's not very honest.
This is what I was just thinking for 5 seconds of what I was going to say.
If I'm being honest, I I'd probably rather ask out one of the patients I've seen here. The friendly redhead with the accent.
Mariana. I don't know why I said it like that. But of course, everyone just loves Mariana. I mean, who wouldn't? She's totally not weird at all.
Photos of Hannah. It didn't work. I suppose because the loss was superficial. The next thing I burned was the rocking chair. That worked. I've been getting rid of her. I've got nothing to tell. No.
I tried really hard not to use the hint, and
I'm not trying to hide anything.
I'm probably going to use it pretty soon in this recording, because it's honestly so frustrating sometimes, because I feel like I say something, but then if I don't say it the right way to trigger something, I'm just sitting there for like several minutes trying to figure out how to say it. So, or like sometimes if I have an idea to if I have an idea and I'm like, oh, I should ask this, sometimes I won't be able to ask it or say it until something else happens first, which happens a little bit later.
No.
Not this
I've told
episode,
you
though.
all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy. I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat days. Even if you don't believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
I agree. I do think he has extra mental health problems.
I don't know anything. I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good, then turned a bit crazy towards the end. When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy. That's not really relevant.
Of course it's not. Did Dr. Dekker help you at all? Or is he a complete waste of time?
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out good.
How many times are we going to replay this one?
When you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit... Sorry, drawing a... I've got nothing to tell.
I knew it was going to have to hint.
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up. I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement.
Sorry, dude.
That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
Aww.
No, sorry. I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept
you've known them
through
for a
because
really
of it.
long time, and
had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Oh no, that probably wouldn't be a great idea. Okay, so this next section of the video
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out
was
good,
recorded
then
a
turned
little
bit
bit after
towards the end.
the first
when you
half
start giving people more problems
because
as a therapist,
I was like interrupted by something. I don't remember what it was. And the game was updated. So the new update was that they had italicized words.
Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power.
Sorry, I want to let that play for a second. And also next to the questions, they have orange or green stars now. And so just, I mean, it's not much different than before.
Possibly curse other people, a bit like he cursed me.
It's just different colors.
Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power.
And you can only see when they like highlight or italicize words in the flashback, in the playback of the questions or the responses. Like if you still need help, like, oh, there it is. Pretty helpful, actually. But I think it only works for things that are like really important. They don't just like I don't think it italicizes anything that that you probably that's like green or something, you know what I mean? I think it's only for something that's like if you really need help moving on to the next part. Okay, I guess I'm just thinking about something. It took me a long time to write something else.
Oh, curse. Or remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him.
That was his mistake, to not believe him. Oh, mistake to believe him, but he shouldn't have believed him.
I didn't want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad.
Probably.
He said he'd give me a demonstration.
Well, demonstration?
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame. There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere.
Whoa!
And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
You can probably guess that when I replay that response again, the flame is not there.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
I guess you would have to pretend.
I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out.
I mean, I'd be scared Dr. Dekker too, to be honest.
Keep coming to the sessions, pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again, but I couldn't talk to him about it, because he'd know.
I mean, Dekker seems kind of like a dick. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a good therapist, you know? Just just the feeling I'm getting that
He held his
he's
hand outstretched
just
and told me to
not
look
great,
at the flame.
you know? I don't know what it
There
is,
was
but
no
he
flame.
doesn't seem
And then
very
there was.
helpful.
He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
It's all in your head, Nathan.
He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore. So I got basic therapist.
Honestly, I would have just left. Yeah, I would have found a different therapist. If he wasn't helping you, I'd be like, well, I guess I'm going to go somewhere else now because
He told
you're
me
not
lots
much
of
help.
people get depression, to become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
It always goes back to Jaya, doesn't it?
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot. I'm not sure how many days of that she'd remember. She seemed to care, which is more I can say for Dekker.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying how Jaya seemed to be the one who cared the most. I really, like, around this time, I was thinking, like, as much as I think that Claire would be a great, you know,
I was scared
killer.
what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along.
But
He'd come into the sessions,
Jaya also,
pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done.
I feel like could
It was
also
awful
be the person
because I was suffering
killed
through
him.
the same days over and over again.
She's
I
always
couldn't
there,
talk to him
isn't
about
she?
it because he'd know.
I guess I asked Bryce. I asked Jaya if she knows Nathan. If she knows Nathan. Yeah, I wonder if you know that guy that says you care, but I don't know. Do you know him? No. Obviously, it didn't work for some reason. Because I already asked about that, I guess. But like, I don't really remember it that much. Remember when I asked that, at least.
The curse. Or remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again until I made something of it. I believed him. Like I said, it takes something like a tragic event to move my day forward. I do more and more bizarre things to try and get things moving. It's a curse, like I said.
That sucks, man. Probably gonna use my hint pretty soon again.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't.
Didn't go back to
I read the
Hannah's
last few
diary
weeks of
thing.
Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's funny, because I wasn't going to read it. She said she'd fallen out of love with me. That she was going to break off the engagement. That she didn't love me anymore. I regretted it.
Yeah, I talked about that already. honestly, as much as like it seems that the italicized words help, it only really helps if like you haven't
I remember the spike.
had.
It was very sharp. Dekker
Like,
used to
you
fool
miss the
around with it
obvious
during the
things. But like
sessions,
saying you
but I
regretted
mostly
it
just
is
kept
pretty
my head
obvious,
down.
but it just didn't
Most
give
of
you
the time
like
I
the
paid not to
harder
look
stuff
at
to
what he was
get.
doing.
Oh wait, sorry, that was the end. That is what paper spike, right? Okay. I don't know. That was just the last thing that I said, and that was the last thing I remembered. I was just like, oh right, paper spike. I forgot that we had to like ask the peoples that, you know. It's just like, because you know this was recorded probably way later than the other ones. And I apologize for that. But just like forgot that that's what you're supposed to be doing, asking about the spike. Oh well, yeah. This is where I was talking about that. I think where I was talking about Claire possibly being the killer. And you know, like I said before, I think it's probably, it might be her, but I feel it could be anybody because anybody seems crazy enough to do it. So, but it wouldn't be that surprising if it was Claire. You know, I feel like that's just kind of like, oh well, she killed people in the past, so whatever. Maybe she killed Dekker. But I don't know. But she creeps me out the most. So there's that. Well, Jaya does too, but you know, Claire has these like crazy eyes, and she's just like, so. But Jaya's also weird too. I don't think it's like Nathan. But also with Claire, she didn't have a great alibi on Valentine's Day. Like, I don't remember what she said, but she was like, oh, well, you believe me, right? Like, you don't think I'm the killer. Like, oh, it couldn't be me. Well, she said that about David. But I feel like she could also say that about Dekker. And I'm continuing on. And this part is creepy.
You can stop looking at me like that. You've made me do this. And don't try and escape. You're all tied up.
Like,
now tell me the truth.
This was not
Is this
fun.
a dream?
I got an achievement out of it, I guess. But no, yeah, like Jaya couldn't possibly be the killer. Like, what? No. She's not creepy or anything. So basically she just asked, like, oh, is this a dream?
Give me your answer.
I'm like, hello.
Answer my
I hope
question,
this is a dream.
Answer me.
I realized I had to say, yes, this is a dream. Because, of course, you have to restate things perfectly. But, of course, I'm like, oh, I'll try. I'm not dreaming. And
that's a good doctor. Yes, it's all a big dream. So let's get down to business. Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers? Answer me.
that was a mistake.
I think you like it when I hurt you, Doctor. That's a worrying sign. People obviously have kinetic powers. That's how I'm here, testing you. Now, how do we treat people with kinetic powers?
At this
do
point,
we encourage them or do we discourage them?
I did not know what to say. I was feeling like, oh, you should discourage them. But I was like, can she like kill me or something? Like, like I wouldn't be surprised if like, game over. You picked the wrong answer. Try again. But I was like, well, we discourage them. Hopefully that's the right answer for you, Jaya, whatever your name is.
Very good, Doctor. That's the right answer. Remember it, or there will be consequences. Now, since I'm here, let's have a little bit of fun. Shall we?
No.
Doctor?
Nope. Just got a nope on out of there.